John Krasinski from The Athletic. Rudy, just how different do you feel in coming into year 2 in Minnesota versus year 1, and just knowing, having the familiarity here and everything?
It's a lot different. I mean, getting to experience moving, the trade, new franchise, new fan base, new coaching staff, new teammates. It was a process. It was a fun process, but it's still a process. And this year, I mean, we've been through a lot last year. I thought it was a really interesting year. I think we've grown a lot individually, collectively, and now I feel really excited. Being back here with this group and yeah, I can feel the energy. I can feel that it's going to be a good year for us. So really excited.
Did you get enough time on the floor with Cat last year, given all the time that he missed, to really build what you need to build from a chemistry, feeding off of each other standpoint, or is that still a work in progress for you?
I think it's always a work in progress. You can't get enough, and obviously last year, I don't know how many games Cat missed, but yeah, 52. So definitely not. But I was really grateful that we got to play in the playoffs together. Go through that series, and yeah, we've been able to learn every day, and we're gonna keep learning every day and trying to make each other better every day. That's the plan.
Hey, Rudy, Jamal Collier from ESPN. I want to ask about your partnership with Cat as well and Fitz. What's something that you maybe learned about him over the course of the year of being his teammate or getting to know him? I've seen him play a lot together, but something you learned about him now that you didn't know a year ago.
Mainly, I think I got to know him as a person. When you play against somebody and you're always really competitive, you don't get to sometimes see the human being behind the player, and I really got to get to know him, and he's a really kind person, really good human being, and more importantly, I think it goes from there. I knew what he could do as a basketball player. Maybe his passing, if I gotta say something, I think his passing, I didn't get to see how good he was of a passer playing against him, but yeah, he's a really good person, really good player. So it's fun to be part of that process.
And then just kind of the expectations you all have as a team. Tim Conley was in here earlier and said winning a playoff series is the expectation. How do you want this team to handle that and sort of internalize sort of the pressure of that came with after you came over in the trade last year?
I think the main thing for us is just be in the moment. We know where we want to go. We know what's the ultimate goal. It's not I mean, it's pretty obvious what it is, but have a great training camp, build winning habits, and just get better every day, and hold each other accountable at the highest level. And I think if we do that, we're going to have a really good year. And there's always going to be ups and downs. That's part of the NBA season. But I think if we build those habits, the goal is to be a top defensive team in this league and go from there. I think everything else will fall into place if we really focus on that.
Rudy, Dave Campbell with AP. Your chemistry with Ant, what does the next step in that look like on the court?
I think just keep being there for one another, keep being ourselves. I think we complement each other really well. And, I think if we, once again, I don't think there's a lot of things to overthink. I think we figured out some things last year, especially in the playoffs, and we still have a lot of things to figure out, but those things gonna take care of themselves. Hopefully we can stay healthy, and and every day is gonna be a cool opportunity to win and also to get better together.
Rudy, Larry Fitzgerald, National Programming Network. You said at the end of last season with the back injury and other things you were dealing with, you wouldn't play in the World Cup. When did you change your mind and decide to
Did
go
I say
do
that?
it? Yeah.
I'm not sure I said that. I don't know. I say I was going to think about it, which I did. I was in the dark for 3 days thinking about it. But I did, I did think about it, and I did, evaluated all both options, going or not going, and and at the end of the day, I was able to have an amazing month of June. Where I've worked really, really hard. And at the end of June, I was feeling amazing. I was feeling the best I've ever felt. 100% healthy, and and I really thought that it was going to be a good opportunity for me to keep getting better and be there for with my teammates, and so I went. And today I'm really happy that I did. I think the main key for me was just make sure that whatever I decide, I don't have any regrets, and make sure that I'm feeling good physically and mentally, and that was the case. So so I made that decision.
Brett Robson with MinPost. You won 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards playing drop coverage defense. You experimented a little bit with being up some last year. The coach and the organization seems to think that they probably want to get more diversified. You'll be maybe doing some zone, some switching, and playing some up. How is that adjustment for you, and how do you feel about that given, your teammates and what you used to do?
I think I've been able to do all kind of coverages. I'm able to do all kind of coverages. I think the most important thing is for us to, kind of really build our identity, understand each other's strength, and be able to magnify that and be able to minimize the opposite team's strength. I mean, that's how you become a really great defensive team. And I think me being up doesn't take away the drop. I think I can be up at the point of the screen and absorb. It's not easy to do, but that's why there's only one Rudy in the world. but yeah, I'm gonna keep. I'm getting more comfortable switching too. Over the last few years, even in Utah, we were switching more. That's not the primary defense that we want to do, but this is definitely something that we do when needed. And we're able to adjust. So tomorrow we're gonna get to sit down with the coach and see all the things that we want to do defensively. But I really think that sometimes you don't want to diversify just to diversify. You want to do what you're great at, and you want to be able to adjust when needed. But I think first you need to build that foundation and go from there.
The addition of Mike Conley was easy to see how it would help you on pick and roll and offensively. But how much did his presence help you defensively, just in terms of a trust level and knowing where he would be out on the perimeter and that kind of stuff?
I mean, tremendously, and I mean, Mike played with me for a couple of years now, so he understands what I can do defensively, and I can understand sometimes it can be confusing, when you expect the guy to be super aggressive on the screen and take away the pull-up too. But that's something that we figured out, and for me, all I need is somebody that competes. That's what I always say. When the pick and roll, when the screen comes, I just need the guy to get physical and make the guard uncomfortable, and then I'm gonna do the rest. And I really enjoyed, once again. Early in the season, it was kind of uncomfortable for everybody, for myself too, and as we got to understand each other, over the year, I really liked the way we were in the playoffs once again, and in the play-in. I thought we were already a much better team, and I thought I was better too. And it's a big part of that is me being better too and doing what I can do best. And I think in the first few months of the season, I wasn't that. But at the end of the season, I thought we were really on the right path, and that's why I'm really excited about this year, being able to, keep coming along from the way we ended and build from that with a new season and have the whole training camp and preseason to, work on all those habits.
Kyle
Dane-
Tigges. Oh, you got it, Dane.
Dane Moore, Rudy, we saw you working on the 3 this summer. What were things you were trying to add in the summer offensively? What did that work look like specifically?
So mainly the three is kind of like the icing on the cake, I say. Obviously the free throws, the hook shot, the touch around the rim, keep being able to finish through contact at a higher level. Last year I had the most N1s I've ever had in my career, so it was just the work I think paying off, and I think I can still get to another level of being able to finish through contact, being able to finish in the mid-range area, whether it's the floater or the mid-range shot, and then my passing, I think it comes along with that too, and the three is just icing on the cake. Thank you.